What is up, my special being brothers and sisters? We're back at it again with another figure review. This time we're going to be reviewing the Mezco Deluxe Steelbook edition of Wolverine from X-Men. I can't wait to review him, get him out of the box, and I just want to say that as soon as I got him, they sent me this kind of a decoder ring. I don't know if it is the decoder ring. This is my first time actually getting something like this. So we'll bust that out of the package once we do the unboxing. And then I kind of want to take a look at this. Like, I just want to give y'all firsthand before I spin the box, like right here. But as you can see, this thing looks dope. I mean, check it out. Especially on the front and the back of how everything just looks right there. It looks really, really nice. I just want to, take time to go ahead and appreciate this steel box. Steel, but I mean, feels aluminum or tin. But anyways, let's get this out of the box and let's take a look at them.
One's a company, two's a crowd, three's a party coming, move around like fresh when the school is out, when the booze is up, when the sun is down, enjoy the ride.
Alright guys, now that we got Wolverine out of the box, well, the steel box, and onto the rotating stand, I just want to say I really love that they're giving us like the second version of the Tiger, I guess, X-Men animated series type costume, because let's just face it, the first one was really, really good, their first iteration for Mezco to do, but since it was a type of NYC exclusive, I could not shell out maybe $200 or $300 to get this. Now this, on the other hand, being half of that, like $150, maybe a little bit more if you end up ordering through Mezco's website. Yeah, you might spend a little bit less than $200, but I'm telling you, right off the bat, with the accessories and the base stand and just how he looks overall, to me, he is just worth it. We're going to cover a lot of things in this video. It might be a little bit lengthy, but just bear with me because we have head pieces, we have effect parts, we have hand parts, and we have the base. He actually comes with two bases, and right now he's already on one of them. It is the X-Men base, and I'll show that a little bit towards the end. But one thing I do want to say is, like, it came with this. I don't really know what this is. I order from Mezco a lot, but not I think I've only ordered one time directly through their site, and it did not come with this. So I'm about to bust this out and see what it is, but I'll get into that once we get into the articulation segment of the video. But the aesthetics, this is how he pretty much looks in his first appearance of X-Men. I forget, I think it's called Wolverine versus the Hulk. I can't really remember his first appearance. I'm not a comic book buff or anything like that. But this is how he looks the first time he is appeared. I know a lot of you are just, especially me myself, I'm more used to the 90s animated X-Men, where he has the more bigger ears right there. As far as the head sculpt, the belt should be red, and instead of bone claws, he has already the adamantium claws. So I don't remember if these are the same designs that they used for the NYC Tiger sculpt Mezco Wolverine. I can't remember, but everything on this to me just screams like it's better, it's newer. Did they use the same body molds that they've been using for Batman and Superman? Yeah, that's a definite. They have to kind of update the body molds, only because you can get better articulation, better ab crunches. But aesthetic wise, he looks really good. The yellow is true to the comic, and as well as the blue. The blue is more on a darker navy. I know it's showing up a really light right here, but it is, I'm telling you, it looks really, really good in hand. The head sculpt, I really dig. There's no defects on the head sculpts. Once I took them out, I checked them, and I'm like, okay, everything checks out good. So everything is where and how it's supposed to look like. So enough rambling on. Let's get him off the rotating stand and take a closer look at the articulation. Okay, so before I get into the articulation, I want to know what this is because it's kind of been bugging me. Let me see if I can actually get this out of here. I don't know if it's a rarity or something rare that I can actually, that you should just like, you know, wait to open. But let me see if I can get this open off camera. Let me go ahead and get a razor or something. Okay, found something that I can open it. And it's, huh. Oh, that's pretty cool. Check that out. Let me see if I can bring that a little bit closer. It's the Mezco, I guess, mascot logo with a boombox. That is pretty cool. I like that they included that. I've never had one of these. Let me see if I can put that on him. Well, you get the gist. Mezco boombox. That's pretty cool right there. I like that they included that. A little incentive, I guess. But back to the review at hand. Okay. Let's start off with the head, because everybody knows we start from head to toe. Let's get it. So he can look up without popping the head off. He can look up about this much. Look down about that much before you start to feel some hindrance right there. He does the 360 side to side. Moving on down to the shoulder parts. Let me get some of these things out of the way. Okay, moving on to the shoulder pieces. They're kind of the same design like the New York Mezco Tiger Wolverine, but it's, let me see if I can get it to show. You see right there, they kind of lift, so that way they kind of help with the articulation, but they're not as pronounced as the Wolverine ones or the NYCC one, because the other one kind of looked a little bit ugly. This one, at least it tries to kind of hide it because of that flap right there. So I'm glad that they kind of did that. So whenever you're moving the arm, let me see. I think I took this one off on accident. Let me see if I can put that one back on. They're fairly easy to put back on. Let me see. Yeah, pretty sure. Yep. So it just slides in like so. And they lift up and down just so you can get better articulation. Arms go 360. You have to watch out because these pieces will kind of pop off. And they're only popping off because I'm manhandling it, being a little rough with it. But let me see. Okay. All right. It's on there now. So shoulders can go up about this much, which is really good. And like I said, with this shoulder piece, you can kind of lift up just to kind of, you know, make sure it's kind of out of the way right there. So that's really nice. Bicep swivel right there. Arm extends out. Let's see. About this much. Mine's pretty stiff, but it's not like a, I gotta dip him in hot water stiff. It's like a really nice solid stiff where it's like, you know, it's not gonna break, but you can, you know, he can hold a pose. So does he go to the gym? Let's see. Not really quite 90. I wish the range was just a little bit better than that, but it's okay. It's Wolverine. He's beefy. So our wrists right here go 360 and they go in and out, in and out. So put his arm back down like that. So when we kind of move to the abdomen of him right here, it's cut into two pieces right here. So you have this kind of top piece that allows him to kind of flex up just a little bit. And then You can kind of feel it right there. Kind of goes down that much. But then there's the bottom articulation part right here, which is going to allow him to get a little bit better range and motion. Good ab crunch, if you ask me, compared to the Batman versus Superman and what is his name? Green Arrow and Superman as well. So a step in the right direction, but we just have to get these body molds updated. So the belt is removable right here. You can remove it from right there. It's just a clip on. So you take that one off and then you can replace it with the other belt that he comes with. It's the red one. Moving on down. Right here, his leg can come up about this much. I would kind of be weary about this because it's not leather, it's kind of like a pleather. So you might see cracking later on in the future should you want him to be posed in some crazy dynamic poses. We have let's see if we have a thigh cut. Yep. We have a thigh cut right here. So that's nice. And bends at the knee. Right there. I don't think we have a boot cut. No, it's not giving me anything. And I don't even want to try that hard. So no boot cut. Foot goes about this much. And then goes about this much. And of course you have the peg holes right here on the bottom. And that is going to be it for the articulation on my boy Wolverine. First edition right here. Belt kind of rode up a little bit, but that's because I put the leg up all the way. And then right here you can kind of see the stitching. So now we're going to get in the next segment of the not the articulation, but the accessories. And he comes with a lot of them. So let's get it. Okay, now that we got Wolverine in a somewhat fire pose, let's go ahead and talk about the head sculpts. Let's see. I got so much stuff all over my my setup right here that it is just almost unbearable. Okay. So this is the other head sculpt that he has. So the one that he has is straight out of the box. And this one is with his teeth kind of gritting right here, ready to do an action pose right here. And you can see right there, the eyes are like a nice blue as well. So that looks really, really nice. The next headpiece that we're going to do is from when it first shows him in the very first issue. So that looks really good right there. Nice detail right there in the hair, especially right there on the back as well. And you can see the facial expression. That is Wolverine, kind of like a younger Wolverine right there. Looks really, really nice. The next head sculpt we're going to do is actually, yeah, let's start with this one. It's the other regular head Wolverine right here, where he's just a little bit older. You can tell by his food chops right there, especially right there on his hair, how the hair kind of comes down and it's kind of taken more shape of the Wolverine that we know to come and love. So that to me is like Wolverine right there. The next headpiece that we're going to do is the headpiece that we all know and love, especially from the animated series, the 90s animated series. And you can see on this one, like his eyes are just white. And I really, really love that style right there. A lot of people say that once you see it, you can't unsee it. But I read this meme before, and it was like a couple years back, that it looks like two Batmans are like kissing each other from the side. And ever since I've seen that, like, I can't unsee it in like pictures or shows or anything like that. Even right now, I'm seeing it right now. It looks like two Batmans are kissing right now, side to side. Weird. Okay, put that off to the side. The next head sculpt that we get is him kind of gritting teeth right here. Looks nice right there in the back. Looks really good. Oops, if I don't drop it. Nice gritting face. Next one is with his mouth open, ready to shoot an action pose right here. Or maybe do a berserker barrage, I don't know. That's that. The other accessory that we get is when he just has like his regular face on right here. He'll use this as like a back piece that you can use for when he's unmasked. So that's really nice. And then the last head sculpt that we get, to me, is one of my favorites. Is like this battle damage kind of like worn down Wolverine right here, where you can see the adamantium. Let me see if I can get a little bit close up right here. There we go. You can kind of see the adamantium right there on his head. You can see just the scratches right there on his face. Broken ear right here. Oh, I didn't even notice this, but you can see the hair right here. His hair coming off, and then the adamantium right there. Looks really, really good. Nothing really on this side. Maybe just some weathering or some damage right here. But it seemed like this side got the best of them. So that's it for his head sculpts. Let me see. Oh, well, you do come with the stand right here. And then the actual, let me see, the actual base right here that attaches to it. Come on, Wolverine. Stand. Let's start. Let's see if I can get him to stand just a little bit better. Okay. He should be secured. So the next piece that we're going to do is, let's start with his belt. So with this one right here, let's see if he can focus. There you go. You can detach this, the black one, and put this red one on. And the thing I like about this is like the playability and the optional parts about this as well, is that you can take this off right there and then install this one just like a regular belt buckle. You see, instead of having the X-Men sign, just a regular belt buckle. I thought that was really nice that they added that. And then we have the actual effect pieces right here. So this one's going to be kind of like a, let me see, kind of like a slash effect, like an X Factor effect, I don't know. But this looks really nice, and you can plug in the claws right here on the sides and right there at the bottom too. So you can have them any which way or form when he slashes. You can have maybe two hands up here, one hand right here, one hand right here. I don't know. It's however you want to pose them. The next effect piece that we get right here is like this kind of like, let me see, this nice little 3 slash effect, but it's kind of like a tier, like a step. It's not just like the whole thing is like all together. I don't know if you can kind of see it from right there. This looks nice right here. The next one that we get is kind of like straightforward slash right here. That looks really nice. And then the next slash that we get is this kind of like longer like arch slash right here. Still very translucent, very clear. Looks really good. If you have some light bouncing off of this, I can tell this would pop out really good. And then the last slash effect that we get is this kind of like, I don't know, maybe if he already hit somebody or he's digging into somebody's skin or the machinery, or if he's hitting a door, this is the one you probably want to use. Looks really good right there. That's going to be it for the slash effect pieces. The next thing that we're going to review is his hands. So you get a pair of, like, this is like a pointing finger hand, and then this is kind of like a grappling hand right here. Unsheathed. Or I should say sheath. And then we get a pair of just like regular hands right here. Maybe him grasping something. And then the next one that we get are the bone claw hands right here. These look really, really nice. In person, they look nice, like really good. Okay, that's it for that. Next one are these Adamantium closed-fisted hands right here. I thought they would look a little bit more metallic-y, maybe have a shine to them, kind of like the last one that we got. But these are a more gray. Yep, a little bit more gray color. And these are closed-fisted hands. And then the next pair of hands that we get are finally, and I'm asking about this like forever, is like the claw hands, but his hands are open. I always thought like this was dope right here. So these are the claw hands with him open. Have him slash like that, however you want to. And then the last, let's see. Oh yeah, the last accessory, or I shouldn't say accessory, that we're going to review is the actual base stand. Now this thing, let me see. Let me see if I can zoom out just a little bit. Come on, Wolverine, you're taking up all the shot. Okay, so this thing is pretty big. It's massive. And the thing I like about this is that, man, it looks menacing and it looks big. And it has peg holes. I think it has, let's see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it has 6 peg holes that you can plug in the base stand. Or not the base stand, the actual base leg onto it. And you can have like potentially 8, or not 8, but 6 characters on him. That looks really, really nice. And you could just see the detail in this. It looks dope. Nice scratches right there. Even on the back side. And it's battery operated too. Uses 3 AAA batteries. You don't really need to go out and get some because they provide you with the batteries. So I thought that was really cool. So, oh, and one of the other effect pieces is that you get this little eye, and I guess it goes into, yeah, there you go. It goes into there. But if you take this out, you could kind of have it like, let me see. Like Wolverine just like clawed it out right there, because it goes right there on the claw, very easy. But man, this thing right here is dope. And the best thing about this is that there is a light up function, and it's this red button right here. So if you press it, you get that right there. Let me see if I can dim down the light really quick so you can kind of see the let me see the effect, the full effect of it. Turn that down. And you can just see, hold on. You see right there on his chest, just like how it looks. And how it just like kind of fades in and fades out right there. And then you have his eye right there, just like kind of blinking. I thought that was really dope. Really, really nice. And yeah, that's all the accessories that he comes with. He comes with a lot. Let me see. So he comes with a lot, and he's he can be put on this, but before I get into it anymore, I'm gonna go ahead and try to put as much accessories as I can on him with him on the base stand, and I'll give my final thoughts. Alright guys, here is Wolverine with as much accessories as I can put on him. You can see right there the slash effect looks really good right there, as well as the base stand. I'm going to go ahead and lower the actual camera itself so you can kind of see the base stand of what I'm talking about. So you can see right there how it just pegs into play right there on the base stand, and you can see how the lights itself, they just look really good, and you could pose up to, I say, like 6 figures on him and you're good to go. Let's see, as far as like Wolverine right there, you can see that I put the slash effect as well as the original, not the original, but the 90s mask on him, the battle damage one, and the eye part that goes to the Sentinel. So that's really nice right there. For me, this was an easy cop only because it hit me in the nostalgia feeling, as well as like getting something that's very classic, like his first appearance costume. That's really cool, and I love that they added the playability and the optional parts in there that you just have like, oh man, you got so many options to pose this guy. If anything, I might just get another body of him if anybody's selling it on eBay or maybe on the Facebook groups. I might get it from there because I might want to have the Adamantium one posed and as well as a bone claw posed. But for me, this was an easy grab. The joints on there were nice and good, nice and tight, but not too tight to where I feel like I'm going to break it. On my Wolverine, my X-Men Wolverine, I forget what it's called. It's the one where he has the hat and the dog tag, and he has the jeans and the boots. Well, anyways, that one, his articulation was super stiff, as well as my other Wolverine, the Old Man Logan. His arms were really stiff. I have him in the coat posed right now, but yeah, I just want to say, like, the stiffness of this is nice and good and well. Nothing feels like it's gonna break. Nothing feels like it's cheap on him. Some of the parts are reused, as well as like the body molds and stuff like that, but as the shoulder parts on there are actually new. I really like that. I know we did kind of get somewhat of the same articulation with the NYCC Wolverine, but it's just a little bit different, a little bit newer. So that's my final thoughts on my boy Wolverine. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this video up on Mezco's Wolverine Steelbook Edition. Let me know in the comment section below if it's going to be a pass or a grab. Major Piccolo shout out to everybody supporting since day one. And like I've said, the channel is Layzie, but the movement ain't.